Hello, good evening and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I can see a few people on already, so hello and welcome. Thank you very much indeed. My name is Heather. I am a songbird stamper and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Fareham in the United Kingdom. Hello, Susan. Heather and Craft people from Minnesota. Welcome from Minnesota. Mandy, hello. Yes, I am back. I'm back. And Joanna. And hey, Alfie. It's you. Thank you for hopping on. Back from Rotterdam. I had an absolute blast with my team. I'm aware you're not really looking at anything. So absolute blast with my team and my friends over in Rotterdam for Stampin' Up on stage event. And we got given the new catalogue. The new one. This is the old one. Well, the current one still. But we got given the very exciting new catalogue. Now, I can't show you the inside, but I can show you the outside. So it's very different. Goes live in May to customers. Some beautiful, beautiful things inside. And it's Stampin' Up are focusing on gatherings this year. Hello, Sue. Hey, Lisa. But that is to come. For today, we're still working with the old catalogue. My box of goodies has not yet arrived. I put my order in really late. We get a bit of a pre-order if you go to the on-stage event. You get to order early. It's a bit of a perk of going to the event, which I love. Hey, Shaz, I can now put a face to the name, which is pretty cool. Lovely to see you virtually. Hello, Carol. Good evening, Hazel. So I've spent some time going through the old catalogue, working out what's retiring, what's staying, and what prices they're going to be reduced to come April the 9th, I think it is. So some absolute bargains to be had, like this one, for example, down from £19 to £7.60. So if you want some cheaper crafty goodies, then 9th of April, the last chance list goes live. I'll put some information up before that date, so you'll have that. Oh, do you know what? It was so good. So good. I met several people in person and it was just absolutely amazing. Missed you, Joanna, but it was lovely to spend those. It was lovely to meet you as well, Wendy. Absolutely brilliant. It's just putting that face to that name makes all the difference to me. So yes, it's wonderful. And for all those I've not yet met in person, hopefully we'll have the chance to one day. Really looking forward to that. So I'm going to be doing a bit of a catalogue walkthrough over probably on my Facebook page, The Songbird Stamper, probably next week, as well as a little bit of unboxing on my main page when my order arrives. I've got all my swaps to go through. I've got lots to do, basically. I've come back really busy and I got back on Sunday night at 11 o'clock in the evening and then went straight to work. I was up at 5 o'clock on Monday morning to go to work. So I had 6 hours rest in between getting home and needing to get up and go to work. So yeah, it was busy. But I've now finished work for the week. I've got a class in the morning, which I'm teaching, and then back to work on Sunday. So yeah. So page 66 is the stamp set I'm going to use today. It's a bit of a random one today. I'm going to be using that stamp set here, but literally just that one stamp. But I thought that was a good deal as well. £20 down to £8. I have got swaps for Mexico to do, so you're absolutely right. They are half made. One of them is half. My card swaps are half made. I might have overestimated how much, or underestimated how much I've got to do. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm going to show you how to make the swaps that I made for on stage. So, the main cover is a sweet treat packaging. I gave them all away, bar one that I put on the board, so I don't actually have any to show you, which is a little bit of a but I'm going to have to make it for you, so I can't show you what it is. I'll have to make it with you. When do I leave for Mexico? 25th of April, so just over a month. So I've got time. Hey, Diane, lovely to see you this evening. Long time no see. So the main cover, I'm using Gorgeous Grape for this one tonight, and it's going to be 6 1/4 by 3.5 inches. So however you choose to cut that out of your cardstock, really. 6 1/2 by 3, so 6 1/4 by 3.5. All of the measurements are over on my blog. There's a blog post about this. The measurements are over there, the video is here. So 6 1/4 by 3.5. And we're going to score that one. Hey, Paul. Hey, Louisa. Hey, Mary. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for coming. Did you miss me last week? There's loads of you on tonight. And we're going to score that at 2.5 and 3 3/4. So 2.5 and 3 3/4. So we found out while we were on stage where the next on stage is going to be, and it says Strasbourg. I haven't said that properly. Not Germany, in France. Strasbourg in France. And I'm incredibly excited already. I know, I've got a year to wait. Now we're going to cut I hate this word. We're going to cut 2 inner flaps to 2 inches by 4 inches. Okay, so that's just cut along there. 2 inches by 4 inches. And another one at 4 inches. You finally remembered to log in, bless you, so that you could see all our comments and comment yourself, Sue. And we're going to score this on the short side. So that's with the short side at the top at 1 3/4 inches. And on the long side at 1 3/8. Oh, I love that. Gary's on board for going to Strasbourg, even though it clashes with his birthday. He'd probably actually want the peace and quiet for his birthday, Katie. I know Russ would. Hates a fuss. 2 5/8 of an inch. Okay, so there's one. So you've got one tiny little flap there and 2 kind of equal score lines. We're going to do the same on the other piece. So it's 1 3/4. And then 1 3/8. And 2 5/8. I know a couple of my team have already booked their hotels, and I'm like, oh, I probably ought to do that. feels really quick. Obviously, you get it on a cancellation basis, so you can cancel it. So it's pretty easy to do. Okay, now we're going to bring in our metal ruler, and I've forgotten how to do it, but it's fine. We'll get there. The take your pick tool. Okay, and this is 3 centimeters. What we need to do is make a mark at 1.5 centimeters. So halfway, we're going to make a halfway mark. And then we're going to score from that halfway mark down to the join where all those 4 intersect. You've got the time booked off and work for Strasbourg. Oh, Diane, that's amazing news. Oh, I'm really pleased. I know how much you wanted to come this time, so that's super. Oh, we're going to have a good old party. There'll be loads of my team going this time around, I think. So if you fancy coming to Strasbourg and having a party with us, yeah, come and join the team. It's an absolute blast. One of my favourite times of the year is on stage. So that's going to go up to that score line there. Again, just making that mark. Love this little kind of take pick tool. Okay, so you've got a bit of a diamond, a little bit of a triangle shape there. You thought he would, but actually he was sad when not many people acknowledged. Oh, well, next time, tell me when his birthday is. I'll send him a card. Okay, I need to find some snips because I appear to have lost all of my scissors. This is intriguing. I'll have to use a bigger pair. Okay. Oh, you're hoping to be there as well. Oh, that'd be lovely, Joanna. I know. I thought about you. I saw Michaela. I thought you'd said you were coming, but I didn't see you. I was sad. So we're just going to cut away that one there, and then we're going to cut away this one here. I'm trying to do this from memory, so hopefully I'll get it right. Realise there is nothing like it. So I continue being there from now on. There really is nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like it on stage. I must say, before I joined Stampin' Up, I didn't really have an awful lot of friends, and because I was in the forces, and then I went home to care for my mum, and it was really hard. I found it really hard making friends when I was younger, and I just kind of stopped, just kind of gave up, and so I'd never been on the kind of girly holiday and all that kind of stuff. So it was really, really lovely for me when I went on my first one. Yeah, I plan on being there for all of them now too, Katie. So we're just going to use a bone folder, and I'm just going to crease those score lines. Okay. And then we are going to crease those outer score lines. And we'll come to that triangle in a second. I've got so many swaps that I was so excited to go through them all. And I went through them all on Monday night, I think it was, when I got back from work, while I was watching TV with Russ. So these two on this corner fold, you're going to want to, you've folded those ones that way. You're going to want to fold those two that way. Oh, Shaz, that's amazing news. You found your people. That's what it's about, isn't it? Finding the right people. And I think Stampin' Up connects us all. We're all kind of like-minded who joined Stampin' Up. So it's really lovely. It's just genuinely lovely. You want to party too, so I was so jealous of you all in Rotterdam. The Strasbourg is in your diary. That is fantastic. I was really excited to hear that, Carol, because yeah, I think you were going to love it. Absolutely love it. It's just amazing. Literally nothing like it. I couldn't describe it. You'd have to see the pictures and be there. Okay, so I haven't even unpacked my case. My suitcase is literally in the hall. I haven't even looked at it. Well, I have. I've looked at it every day thinking, really should do that. But I've been working 12-hour days. I'm just going to trim a little bit off those to make them into a bit of more of a notch. Okay, and the same on that one there as well. Okay, cool. And now what we're going to do is we're going to glue those into there. So just that tiny little flap. You could, if you wanted to, make that piece of cardstock wider and make the flap bigger, but you don't really need to. It's plenty. Just pop a little bit of glue on there and then line that up so that sticks on there in between the score lines. Okay, and this one as well on the other side. I made 50 of these. I regretted my decision, but I'd cut all the cardstock. I regretted the decision after 25 about that. So, but you know, when you've cut the cardstock, you think, oh, I've kind of got to go for it now. And they all went. I was amazed. There were so many lovely 3D swaps that I received in return. So yeah, I have just been through them. I haven't opened any. I kind of looked at them, and I want to do that on a live as well this weekend. Okay, so we've got that basically. Then what we're going to do is we are going to put some glue on just fold that down from inner corner upwards. So not a massive amount of glue, just not all over. Inner corner upwards. You want it in that area there. And then you're going to line up the outer edges with the outer edges. Do we know where it will be held? So, Wendy, I do not know, but one of my eagle-eyed teamies has zoomed in on the photograph, and there is a Parc des Exhibitionnes or something like that. That is awful. Apologies to any French people watching. I actually can speak French, believe it or not. So there's like the Parc des Expositions or something like that, and it's next to the Hilton Hotel, which is where we think it is, because that was what was in the photo. So again, from inner corner up a little bit. Got to make sure you do this the right way around, otherwise it will all go a bit topsy-turvy. You're just putting a little bit of glue on there, and then you're going to line up that corner with that. Unpacking your backpack wall. Yeah, somebody said to me the pens that we got were actually the colour of the pens. Again, I'm going to show all that. It's just so much to show you all. I'm going to be showing that on my... I might do the gifts in my VIP group, actually, on my Facebook group. I try and kind of split things down, do some things on my page, some things in my group. So if you want to kind of see my goodies from on stage, head on over to my VIP Facebook group. It's called the Songbird's Nest. Everybody is welcome, but it's just a bit of a safe place in there. So I'm just going to leave that to dry. Okay, and I'm going to do it out of the same colour, actually. I did it in contrasting colours for the swaps, but I'm going to do it from the same colour. And I'm going to grab a piece of purple. And then this is from the very, very sadly retiring Thoughtful Expressions dies, which I think are actually going to... I might have got that wrong. I don't know. There's so much information around at the moment to try and remember it all. So this is going to cut out of a piece of Gorgeous Grape, and I'm just going to see if I've got a scrap. There we go. That might do that. Perfect. I'm going to run that through. Not that I know, Sue. I'm pretty sure it was a very, very tedious job going through and seeing what would carry over. I think I remember seeing them on the retiring list. Because some things gone to an online exclusive, some things have carried over to the catalogue, and some things have retired. Actually, quite a lot has retired. I've got a big old pile. Obviously, you guys don't have to retire your stock, and neither do I. I just choose to. I used to keep it all. And then when I started doing a lot more classes and demoing, I realised I don't have space for it all. I think I should kick Russ out and keep all the space to myself, but I think I might struggle to pay the mortgage on my own. So, and I'd miss him. I would miss him. Okay, so this one we are going to take and we are going to score. I don't really think it matters, but along the big one there. So what I mean by that is you've got big bumps and little bumps, and they're all opposite each other, big bumps and little bumps. And I'm going to score it along a big bump and a big bump. So I'm going to put that halfway through. I'm just going to lightly score that and then hope that I've scored it straight. I have. So that is going to go on here. Now I might do this differently. It's going to go like that. Flower there. I might stamp it and cut it out and put it on. I white heat embossed it onto the other one. I put Smiles Across the Miles because I thought that was really apt for on stage, but I might want a different greeting with this one. So we'll see how we go. So this is dry now. I've just kind of done that in waiting for this one to dry. So what we're going to do, this is a bit kind of paper manipulation. So we are going to, oh, don't tell me I've done it the wrong way around. I think I might have done. Yeah, because that needs to fold flat and that's not going to work, is it? Okay, so the same measurements and I'll quickly redo it. Oopsies, I hope you weren't following along. 6 1/4, bear with me, by 3 1/2. This is what happens when you go live sometimes. And you haven't got one to bring home with you to have a look at. Score it at 2 1/2. And 3 3/4. And then this one is 2. You're gonna stick to cards. I know, I love making 3D pod projects, but honestly, it's easy if I give you the right instructions. And then we're gonna score that at 1 3/4. And then 1 3/8. I might just have to redo the video because I was going to use this as a QR code for everybody to watch my swaps being made, but it went a bit wrong. 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 by 1 3/8 and 2 5/8. There you go. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. And then just cut away those. Flaps. So while we wait for this, who has seen the new in colours? 5 new in colours coming. We are getting rid of the old ones: Sweet Sorbet, Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, and Orchid Oasis. And we are getting 5 beautiful, beautiful new in colours. Who has seen them and what do you think? Okay, so we're just going to make these triangles again. I love them too, Joanna. Which one's your favourite? I actually really struggled to choose a favourite this time round because I like them all. The only one that isn't so me is very much a Mary colour. It's very much a green, Mary and Gina. You're going to love this one. It is Shy Shamrock. But other than that, we've got Petunia Pop, Peach Pie. Now, this is going to test my memory, isn't it? Summer Splash. And one other. Oh, Pretty in Pink. Yes. Yeah, Petunia Pie. I like Petunia Pie as well. I really like the Pretty in Pink and the Summer Splash and the Peach Pie. So I'm struggling to decide personally. Okay. So that was never going to work. So we need to just glue these onto here. I like them all as well, Wendy. We had a little stamping exercise, and I don't even know where my sheet is. It's somewhere, but honestly, I haven't even unpacked. We got to stamp a little sheet and take a little piece of cardstock and use the pens to kind of create ourselves a little colour marker sheet, which was lovely, of all the 5 colours. So I'll show that on my live as well. Okay, so this one, you don't want to do what I said last time, which is from there to there. So it's from outside edge upwards. From outside edge upwards. So like that. And then line those up. Oh, hi, Judy. Well, you thought you've missed if you're a bit late. That's probably a good thing, actually, Judy, because I made it all wrong. So you've joined us for the right version, hopefully, she says. Fingers crossed. If you had to choose your least favourite, oh, Peach Pie. Were you not a fan of, so it's from, what did I say that was? From outside edge up. The last one, Pale Papaya. I really like Pale Papaya. From outside edge up. Yeah, watch the replay, Judy, but don't start making it along with me, because then you'll mess it up too. I hope you're keeping well, though. Nobody of the inks for now, except your Petunia Pop ink pad. Yes, Katie got a little kind of bonus. Louise, and I thought we were friends. Louise has just said, evening, sorry, but I'm yet to be convinced with the ink colours. Wow, I don't know. I think that's outrageous. I really like them, genuinely. I think they're lovely. I think you're going to be convinced. I don't think it'll take long. I think once you see them in person. So I'm going to use a little bit of the Zini Zinnia cardstock, paper, sorry, and I'm just going to cut that down to size. So it's 3.5, so we're going to cut it to 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Just checking everything now because I'm paranoid. 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. And that's going to go on the front of our little treat packaging like that. I ordered lots. I held off. I don't know what was making me hold off. I honestly don't know. I think it was just my brain being in a bit of overload. I couldn't really do more than one thing at once. So I couldn't order while I was out there for some reason. Lots of people did. And I waited until I got home, and then I needed to go back to work, and then I put my order in once I'd kind of settled. You just don't think you'll use it much? Use what much? I'm confused. You didn't order until you're on your way home. No, we looked at the catalogue properly on our way home on the flight. So this is going to go over the top of here like this. And so I can probably do this now. It's probably dry enough. Okay, so this is what I was trying to do earlier. And what you're going to need to do is use your fingers and thumbs to squish that down. And this reminds me of the Howler from Harry Potter. So what you're going to do is just use your fingers and thumbs to squish that down, and you want to try and keep those middle bits centrally aligned. And then once they're down, then you can use your bone folder. squish that all the way around. And it doesn't really matter how neat it is because nobody's going to see. And then the whole thing folds up flat like this. But you get a really nice deep pocket in there to hold all your goodies. And it lays flat should anybody wish to store it. Oh, peach pie. Yeah. I really loved pale papaya though. It was such a good colour. So I'm really looking forward to having something like that back again. So this one is going to go on the top like this. And in the one that I made for on stage, I heat embossed the greeting over the top here. But I'm just kind of wondering whether that's what I want to do or not. So in the meantime, I'm going to bring in the flower. And it's going to be the Wild Quiet Meadow. Quiet Meadow flower. That's that one. And just a little piece of basic white cardstock. And I actually stamped this in the colour that I was going to kind of work with. So I might do pink to tie in with that bottom flower, or I could do purple and colour it with the, I could do purple and colour it with the pencils, couldn't I? That's the Gorgeous Grape. And I'm just going to stamp that in the colour. Now, I would love to use my Gorgeous Grape Stampin' Up blends, but we don't have them. And we still don't have them in the new catalogue. So I obviously haven't fought hard enough. We obviously haven't fought hard enough as a group, us purple lovers. So out comes my pencil. And I'm just going to add some colour. I haven't coloured the whole thing. I think it's quite nice just to leave a little bit of white. I'm just adding a little bit of colour using that pencil. 2 Stampin' Die bundles, 2 paper packs, 4 blend pails and 2 ephemera packs, and 3 small blending brushes with the rewards. Oh, that sounds nice, Katie. Did you get any of the other new colours? I must say I went for all the colours. I went for, oh, I really shouldn't, but I know I ordered all the ribbons. Even though I don't actually use ribbon, I love them. So I need to get better at using them in my classes, I think. Because I ordered all the new in colour ribbons because they look lovely. All the new in colour blends and inks. Okay, there's our flower. I'm going to grab, I don't know how this will look actually, but the yellow. There we go, that looks lovely actually. Just to add a little bit of yellow to that centre. And then we can fussy cut that one out using the snips that I just found. Oh, the blends with the new ones. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, Summer Splash looks like it's going to be a great colour. It was difficult to see in the catalogue how close it might be to Coastal Cabana, but it is much darker. It's not a Bermuda Bay dark, but it's darker than Coastal Cabana. And it looks like Petunia Pop is going to play really nicely with Fresh Freesia and Blackberry Bliss, or Fresh Freesia and Berry Burst as well, which is pretty cool. I like it when you can find some new colour combos. Ah, did you, Wendy and Katie, you're going to have to work out if you met in the food market. Katie might have had a Deely Boppers on her head. The little ear type things. So that's going to go on the front of there. Like that. Doesn't look quite right, does it? Maybe. This is why you should test things before. Maybe I do. Now, if only I can find them. Maybe we can do something like this with one of these flowers. Not that one. This one. That looks better, doesn't it? So it's all going. Let's make a little flower out of this. This is the Zinnia dies. They're lovely. They're an online exclusive, so they're not going anywhere. You didn't have dealies in the food market, Katie. Let the side down. That's going to go on there somewhere like that. Doesn't really matter for a flower like this. It's quite a random flower. Oh, the ribbons are gorgeous. Food market was lovely. I was really sad. My leg was so sore. I couldn't really do anything other than walk in, sit down. So I didn't really explore it, which made me very sad. But, you know, at least I managed to get there. I must say, 3 weeks before on stage, I thought I was going to have to cancel. I was in so much pain, just even having a shower. I thought I was going to have to give it a miss. Okay, and then we're going to go for a what colour centre shall we have? Your event sparkles. I love it. That looks much better, doesn't it? It all ties in together. We could go for a pink centre, couldn't we? That would work. Let's go Melon Mambo. And we're just going to grab a piece of scrap paper just to put some colour on this one. And then that can go on a dimensional in the middle of that flower. Oh, thank you, Katie. I'm getting there in the end. A bit harder than I thought it was going to be, but I think I'm still exhausted. Didn't help that the night before we flew home, I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning in the bar, being led astray by my upline. Basically, we tried to go to bed and were told promptly to sit back down and have another drink. Yeah. I mean, I am a grown adult. I probably could have said no. But yes, it was a good night. It was a good night. It was lovely. I just didn't, you know, when you actually don't really want to go to bed, you know it's a good idea. You know it's a good idea, but you're having a lot of fun and you don't actually want to go to bed. Okay, so I just need to be really mindful of how we do this. So the closure for the box is how this kind of comes together. So you've got your box, and that folds out flat like this, and that's going to go in there. I didn't know exactly, Katie. I didn't really want to say no. I kind of wanted to be led astray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bit off. Okay, so we're going to cut in like a semicircle. Now, if you've got the punch and you want to use a punch to make that neater, you absolutely can. But I wanted to show you that you don't have to have a punch in order to make that work. Okay. Then what you're going to do is grab a dimensional, and you are going to put a dimensional, fold it flat, fold it up, make sure it's even at the top, and then put a dimensional just there. So it's not holding anything flat there. Take that backing off, and then you can put on your flower, and that's going to hold your box closed. And then to open it, all you do is and to close it like that. And it's that flower that stops that closure and then opens that up. And I'm thinking I might just put a few leaves on the front just to kind of spray out here. So what have we got? What have we got in my little random pile? This was from the card I was supposed to have made last week, but never kind of got around to, which is still on my to-do list. So a little bit of green. We've got Granny Apple Green. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? So it just keeps it closed, keeps it neat and tidy. This is actually, I should have said this right at the beginning. I totally forgot. This is a design by Mituzu. I don't know if they designed it or whether they saw it somewhere else and then used it. By Mituzu Crafts. It's Barry and Jay. I keep a lot of my swaps when we go to events. And this was a swap that I must have picked up from them in probably Dortmund a long time ago. I don't think it was Vienna. It might have been, but I don't think it was. When I was looking for swaps for on stage, I go through my box and see if I get inspired by anything. So this is one of their designs, or they've used it from somewhere else, but it was they that inspired me. Very stable. It's very stable, Katie. Bless you. So bright and cheerful. Not sure you would have the patience to do 50. Honestly, I'm not sure I had the patience to do 50. I think I went half mad in the middle, to be completely honest. Mandy. Okay, so we've got these little bits here as well. This is all from the same die set, Zinnia dies. It's a lovely set, stamps and dies on the online exclusives. So if you're looking for this and thinking, but I can't find it, check out the online exclusives. It's not available in a catalogue anywhere, but you will find it on the Stampin' Up website or through my online store. And there's a link in the description below. Okay, and then we're going to do this one as well. So they then get stuck onto these leaves. Pull that off. Somebody said to me, it wasn't me that saw this, I don't think, but someone said these look like reindeer antlers. Don't they? Little reindeer antlers. Oh, yes, it is definitely stable. It absolutely will stay closed. It's just knowing how that opens. Otherwise, you kind of think, oh, I've got to rip it apart. But this opens, just pull there, opens so easily. But yes, it definitely stays nice and firmly closed. It will make great seaweed. It would indeed. This is why I needed that drink. Definitely. I was really well behaved, actually. I didn't drink much at all. Even that 2 o'clock in the morning, I only had two drinks. But I was just chilling, very chilled. My roomie was staying up anyway. So, well, actually, she tried to come to bed with me. Emma led us both astray. My downlines very sensibly went to bed because we had an early flight the next morning. So that's going to go just there like that. That can go either flat, as long as you're going to glue it onto the lid. Obviously, you don't want to glue it onto the paper, so you need to glue it onto the lid. So just be mindful of where you are sticking that one. And then pull that out maybe to glue that firm in place. So as long as that glue is going onto the lid, you'll be fine. And it goes in there like that. And I think that's all. I don't actually even think it needs that other one. I think that's plenty. I could potentially put a little sentiment on the top of here, but I don't really think it needs it. Cute little gift bag. Would go well with the new Hammerhead and Manta. Yes, there's a lovely new kind of shark set. Don't tempt me, because I know I'm very easily led astray. I could quite easily get the catalogue out and show you, and I am not allowed. I just need to keep reminding myself. Not yet. Not until it goes. Not until, I don't know when. Not until it goes live. That's a long way away. Anyway, that's our little box. That's what I made for my onstage swap. And I filled it with, I'll go and get them. I filled it with little Frutella Sweeties. So I put 2 in, and a little message, but I think you'll probably get 3 if you're lucky. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. So 3 little sweeties in a little box, but again, you'd get lots of things in there. Oh, do you know what, Shaz? I was so close, but I couldn't. I was like, flowers or shopping cart, flowers or shopping cart, flowers or shopping cart, and you know which I went for. It was the flowers. But I will probably be persuaded. Ah, bless you. We came together in the end. So apologies if you watched the beginning of this, I made it all wrong. But don't glue it the way I did first off. Glue it the way I did second off. And then I'm going to quickly show you how to make the card swap if you would like to see that. So that's my little 3D swap for you. Opens really easily. You've got your sweeties inside. Nice little table favour, those ones. Ah, thanks, Judy. I love that zinnia sweet. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to grab for the card a note card and envelope. So this was a little bit quicker, these ones to make. So we're going to grab a note card from the note cards and envelopes. Great, these are. And I don't often make simple cards, but I really liked the one I came up with for this. It was just effective enough to be that I was happy with it, but simple enough that you could easily recreate it. And perfect to keep on standby for if you have got a batch of cards that needs making, or if you're a quick card to send somebody a little thank you card, a little notelet, basically. So I'm going to delve into my lavender paper, which is staying. Very, very rare for us to have paper stay like carry over. This is the perennial lavender. I am going to open a new packet, and this is carrying over into the next catalogue, which is fantastic. 4 papers, I think, are carrying over into the next catalogue. If you didn't spot that, there's 4 of our current papers carrying over. Perennial Lavender, Nature's Sweetness, Countryside Inn, and the Winter's Meadow that we had at Christmas, which I did for my kind of retreat. And then we're going to grab any of these pieces, really, but I know that I like this one, so we're going to grab this one. And then we're just going to cut it down so that it fits neatly on our card and envelope. We're going to cut it down to 8.5 by 12.3, 12.4, 8.5 by 12.4. So 8.5 by 12.4. And that's going to fit neatly. Oh, did you get the shopping cart? Oh, I might actually just do that, Katie. We'll have to have a play date. You can use some of my flowers, because I know how much you love flowers. And I'll use your shopping cart. And then we are going to put that on straight onto our card base. I've sorted out all my retired stamps and cleared them off my shelf. There's not a lot left, but actually I think that's going to help me focus with what to use. I'm going to grab the Everyday Details, and it's this one we're going to use. You didn't see the papers carrying over. Yeah, there's 4 of them. I know Notes of Nature is, but sweet. Something. The other one of those is carrying over, which I think is brilliant. So we got 1 out of them, but I know it's really sad that the other one is retiring. Brilliant stamp set. It had all the kind of extra bits in it, didn't it? Or kind of a little bit more grungy, a little bit more mixed media-y. Oh, hearts and hugs. Lovely. Do you think the neutral background of the lavender paper is the new beige colour? No, I don't think it is. I think this is more crumb cake, Diane. I think it's more crumb cakey, this one. Although I haven't seen any kind of paper or cardstock. I think it even says crumb cake on the back. Oh, it doesn't, does it? Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freezer, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, Orchid Oasis, Pretty Peacock, Shades Blue, Starry Sky. Huh. Well. Maybe, Diane, maybe. It's really hard to tell. Yeah, all I saw was the outside of an ink pad. so not a great deal to go on. And I'm going to be using the Everyday Details dies, which I believe have carried over into the online exclusives. Because I love these. And I ended up with a really, really snowy craft room by the time I'd cut all of these out. But we are just going to cut that one out of that piece of cardstock. They've been tempting us as well. There's for those people that are demonstrators, and I know not everybody is, it's not right for everybody. There's a challenge in April that we can exceed our sales for the previous year and get some free paper if we do so. And you have to a minimum of 300 CSV. So if you did 200 CSV last year, you have to do 300 CSV. If you did 302 CV last year, you need to do 203 CSV. Anyway, but the paper is gorgeous. It's the Countryside Inn, but in pink. So this is the die cut out. I'm just going to poke out the rest of those holes. I'm like, I want the pink paper. Teasing me with it. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to do the challenge. I had a good year last year. I was working very hard. I had my colouring courses. I had all my classes. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be getting the pretty pink paper. But it looks beautiful. And I would be totally motivated if it was achievable. Okay, it's the same as the Countryside Inn, just in pink. All those little animals, if you remember it. That's going to go on there, but I'm going to cut first a piece of Highland Heather. And the nice thing I like about this card is that I did it in lots of different colours. So with all the different types of papers, lots of different types of papers. It looked great in the Lost Lagoon. I'm just looking for a piece of cardstock that's big enough. I don't actually think I've got one. Oh, that might be. It looked great in the Lost Lagoon with some of the Lost Lagoon backgrounds as well. So we're going to cut this to 6.3 by 10.1. 6.3 by 10.1. And that's going to fit onto there. And then that's going to fit onto there. But first of all, we need to stamp. So we are going to stamp this one. And I think I'm going to stamp it in basic grey. I actually can't remember what I made the cards, how I made the cards, but we'll give it a go in the basic grey. I just sometimes think Memento can be quite dark. For a colour, sometimes the grey can be a little bit softer. And then I've used Crumb Cake, Lost Lagoon, Highland Heather and Fresh Freesia. So this little pot is going to be in Crumb Cake. So I'm just doing some dark, all this top bit in dark because that bit's actually in shadow. And then some dark around the edges and down that side. And blend that in with the light. I love using my Stampin' Blends. Beautiful colour. They do. This one might just need replacing. I've got spares, luckily, because I need them for class tomorrow. And then just colouring the rest of that in that light colour. There we go. And then we'll just go have some nice quiet time, colouring the leaves in. A little bit of that dark. So what's everyone got planned for the weekend then? Anything special? Relaxing, chilling after a busy week? I've got hockey tomorrow, family dinner tomorrow, and then work on Sunday again. Oh no, not tomorrow, it's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? I've got class tomorrow, better not forget to do that. They'll all be sat there without me. Class tomorrow, and then a garden group in the afternoon, and then quiz tomorrow evening. Saturday is hockey, and then a family dinner. Sunday is work, and then I'm back to work Monday night for my nights. So busy. I think I get a bit of time off over Easter. I think I've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. I'm teaching a class on the Good Friday, but then I've got Saturday and Sunday off, which would be lovely. Very much looking forward to that. You love being able to zoom in. What are you zooming in on, Shaz? Me? On my colouring. I'm really scared to zoom in on my on this camera because a couple of times I've done it, it's cut out, and then I don't know how to get it back. It's like we're gone forever. So light fresh freesia, dark fresh freesia. Colouring in these bigger flowers, and then Highland Heather on those little ones, those little clusters. Oh, that's really, I didn't know you could zoom in on YouTube. Do you know what? Honestly, you learn something new every day. It took me years before I realised you could slow YouTube videos down. If you click on the cog, I was trying to learn how to tie a bow. I was watching it over and over and over and over again, and I didn't realise you could actually slow the video down. Now that is clever. I'll have to have a go at that, zooming it in. There's my little fresh freesia. It's clever, isn't it, Katie? London tomorrow evening after Betty Hands, then another Sherlock escape room on Saturday. Oh, wicked. I know, honestly. I don't think I'm ever going to be sorted in life, you know. I don't think my box room is ever going to be sorted. Russ keeps asking me, when's that room going to get done? And I'm like, oh, no, maybe next year. I must get it done. Okay. Right, we're all coloured in. And honestly, this couldn't be simpler, this card, but I hope you like it as much as I do. It was quite popular, even though even the 3D people were choosing the card. And that just literally sticks onto that background piece there. And then that's going to stick straight onto there. And that is the card done. Like I say, don't normally do simple cards, me, but I was quite happy with that. And I'll show you what it looks like with one of slightly other pieces of paper as well. I think it's interesting to see the differences. So I did it with this one, and that had a Lost Lagoon base instead of the purple base. You can't see that, instead of the purple base. Oh, thank you, Judy. Your wife likes to speed them up. That's brilliant, Paul. I love it. You should get bored. I must say, there are a few people's videos that I would probably speed up. Mine's probably one of them, to be honest. I spent so long faffing around. Okay. And then this one, again, what did I cut that down to? 8.4 by 12.3. 8.4 by 12.3. 8.4 by 12.3. Just feel like there's never enough hours in the day. I feel like I need to win the lottery and then I don't have to go to work anymore. So this is the alternative. You can stick something like that on. It's so cute with the butterflies, look. And then that one will go lovely on top of there like that as well. So just like a really different effect, but exactly the same kind of layout of card. So you've got your two, that one, and then you've got that one. Love them both. Yeah, and then you could do exactly the same with the Lost Lagoon. So this Perennial Lavender and this stamp set are both carrying over. So both of those are very available to purchase through my online store, and you'll be able to make these cards for yourself. Really, honestly, that was really quick because the cards and envelopes are pre-cut and scored. So it's just a case of grabbing one, folding it in half, and then cut out a load of these shapes from white card and then stamp the image on. I like how the grey, just a little bit softer. It's a bit of a softer, more neutral card, I think, this one. So, and then no sentiment, because sometimes it's handy to have a little stack of cards ready to go. That would make the perfect thank you card or I'm thinking of you card to send to a friend, wouldn't it? Off to a Teddy and Doll fair in Birmingham over the weekend and visit a glassmaking. Oh, nice, a glassmaking museum in Stourbridge. That sounds like fun, Mary. Yeah, have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you, Katie. So here's my two projects. Quite different. Quite different. This is our little gift box we made. So apologies for getting it wrong the first time round, but we're all human. So that one came together nicely, I think, with a little zany zinnia dies. They're not actually called the zany zinnias dies. I don't know what they are called. Simply zinnia. Simply zinnia? Simply zania? Simply zinnia. I don't know where I've got zany zinnia from, but, you know, my little take on it. You're welcome. You are welcome. Yes, I hope I get some good sleep as well. Katie, thank you very much indeed. A little bit of a line tomorrow, but I do have to pack up and go for class tomorrow. So I'll probably go and do that now, I think. And then watch The Apprentice. You're more than welcome, Judy. Thank you, Shaz. Thank you, Carol. See you tomorrow, those who are coming. And those who are not in local, can't come to my classes. That's sad. But I will be doing some lives on my Facebook group next week. And my Facebook page. So please do pop on there and have a look. I'll show all my swaps. I'll show all the gifts that I got from Rotterdam. I will share the walkthrough of the catalogue. I'm going to say I hope. And then I'm on nights next weekend. Can I bring the seaweed dies tomorrow? Which ones? These ones, Katie, the zinnias. Oh, I don't know. I've got so much to remember. Paul's just sent me a message saying I made it to the big screen. Thank you, Paul. I was just checking my diary ready for next weekend. Ready for next week. I'm on nights next week, so I won't be back with you until the 4th of April. Thursday, the 4th of April. Anything you'd like to see, please do give me a shout. And take care of yourselves. And I will see you all again really, really soon. All right, guys, look after yourselves. Thanks for joining me on a Thursday evening, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye for now. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.